Hi, welcome to Crafting a Country Life. I'm back this morning to share a project and a small haul for hashtag SatMornMakes, which is Saturday Morning Makes. That's hosted by Jill Norwood. And I wanted to first talk about the items that I used, that I received in some mail that arrived this week, and also some items that I picked up when I was out shopping at Hobby Lobby a few days ago. So most of the products that I have here, I did use in my project for this week. So let me start by showing you what I picked up, and we'll jump right in. First of all, I received an order from Scrapbookcom. It was a very small order, but I have been looking for something with these very soft, very soft springtime colors in them, and I had seen something like this on somebody's channel that they had found. I don't remember who it was. I apologize for that, but I found it on, it's called Sally's Quilt, and I found this on Scrapbook.com, and the colors are very soft sagey green, a very pale creamy yellow, and then there's a pale blue and a coral color and a little bit of green. And the prints are very small, which is perfect for the projects that I have in mind. So you can see I've kind of already cut this up, but that was one thing that I got. And then the other thing that came in from Scrapbook.com was this set of dies. And these are frame dies from Penny Black. It says Creative Dies. I'm thinking that might be the title of this set of dies. Let's see if there's another name on the back. Oh gosh, it doesn't say. But anyway, these frames have different like stitching in them. This, if you look closely, you can see little, it looks like hand embroidery or like pinking shears and scallops. And then this one on the outside edge has a little bit of like a vine with some tiny leaves. This also came with a few little sewing dies, like an embroidery floss spool, and then there's, you can see here, there's a couple of tiny buttons, and then a little pair of scissors. So it was nice to get all of these various dies, and they're graduated, which is perfect for layering and getting those little extra sewing themed dies. I thought was really fun. So I used that in the project as well. And then the other thing that I found on Scrapbook.com, which I've been looking for, is strawberry themed paper crafting products like papers and such. And I did find this from Summer Market by Cartabella, and I bought two of these. One is the red check on one side, and then of course the strawberries with the mint background and the white on the other side. So those I'll be using for a separate project. Those are going to go into my stash. Okay, and let's see, the other thing, oh, I did get this as a free gift from Scrapbook.com. And these are, it's called Pops of Color, and it's in a creamy white. And they're, I guess, kind of like enamel dots or Nouveau drops. So it'll be nice to have that color. I don't actually have that color in my stash. So it was nice to get that as a free gift. Okay, I was in Hobby Lobby during the week, and they had some of their items on sale in their beading department. So I picked up these tiny little cabochons, I guess. They don't have holes in them. They're just like flat backs. And I got a box full of these. I think the price is a little high to start. They were $5, but I got them for half of that. And then this other box here was a regular price, $9.99, and those were on sale for half price as well. So this is a box of tiny little resin bits. They're tiny little flowers in tons of different colors. So I know I'll be able to use these in a lot of my different crafting projects, when that nice arrangement of colors is really great. So I picked those up as well. And let's see, I needed some more of these very tiny Paper Studio flowers, and they were on sale, so I picked up a package of the pink and yellow in that little tiny size, and a package of wooden beads, which I plan on painting sweet little faces on these and using them in some of my paper crafting projects. So those we'll get to at some point. And at the same time, I also checked into the fabric department over at Hobby Lobby, and I found a few cotton prints that will go nicely with my vintage paper crafting projects that I currently have going. So this looks kind of like an English garden themed print with the corally pink and the pale green and the cream background. It's just really pretty. And then I got this fine pinstripe in a soft yellow, and then a coordinating, kind of a pale cream background with a tiny pink sprig in it. So these will be fun to use. And this one, actually I had purchased at Joann's. It's a fat quarter, and it had that minty color that I'd been looking for, so I picked that up as well. And that's on a white background. So those are the fabrics. In Hobby Lobby, I also picked up 2 of these little cupcake stands, which I'd been looking for a while. And they didn't have any in stock until recently, and they're very inexpensively priced at $2.99, and of course they were 40% off. So I picked these up, and I intend on using these in my tiered tray. Sometimes you need a little stand, to kind of gives you some height so you can put some smaller objects on top and have them really show out well on the tiered tray. So nice to get those. And being white, they can be used in pretty much with any holiday theme that I might choose to arrange into my tiered trays. So that was a plus. Okay, now I would like to show you the project that I made using some of the items that I picked up. This is a card, and I used the Sally's Quilt paper to create the frames. See if I can get this a little bit closer. There, you can just see the detailing on those dies. The edges are really pretty. So I've layered them up, and then what I did was I used a piece of Osnaburg, cut that out in a circle with my pinking shears, and then I adhered a die-cut sewing machine on top of it, and I added a button. A little heart embellishment over here with some buttons and tiny flowers, and a few more flowers down at the bottom with buttons. And then up here, I cut out a couple of layers of the this fabric that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I made a primitive heart using my Sizzix die cut. I have one of the big dies which will cut through fabrics, so I cut those out, and then the coral one behind it is made of felt. And then I layered those together and glued them onto the card. And this bow I had created using a foam sheet and a piece of printed die cut paper, and just layered them up and glued them on to give it a little bit of height. Added a bow and a little tag and a few more buttons. So this was a really fun project to work on this morning. And it took me a while. I don't know how other folks are with card making, but I was up here for 3 hours working on this card. I mean, I enjoyed myself every minute of it, but I personally have not found a really quick way to do paper crafting. So for me, it's not about the time it takes, it's about the process and just learning to relax and enjoy the process, which I do love. But yeah, they're very time consuming, but I do love it. It's really pretty, and I love the soft, pale, springy colors. Yeah, so that's what I worked on there. I did cut out a few extra of the Big Dies primitive hearts in felt and this, pink sprig, so I can use those for other projects. And I also cut out, for future use, I've had this ribbon spool die, which I had picked up at AliExpress a couple of years ago. So I dug this out and cut out using the Sally's Quilt papers again, and made this spool here. So I'll be using these for gifting and wrapping pretty laces on and including them into gifts and things. And it comes in the 2 sizes. So I've got these cut out, and I'll tuck those away for, when I have a little bit more time to put those together as well. And then I cut out an assortment from the Sally's Quilt papers, more of those frames from the Penny Black die set. So I've got a nice little collection of those in coordinating colors. And then these dies I've had in my stash. Some are from AliExpress, like this embroidery hoop design. And it comes with 2 different sizes of embroidery hoops. Here, let's put this on a background so you can see it better. And then it's got the little separate circles as well that you can cut out to fill the inside with. And of course, little thread spools and a needle. So that's a kind of a cute die, and I like that it comes in 2 sizes. So I cut some of those out and stuck them in this little section here. And then in this section over here, I cut out some more sewing themed dies. These little buttons, which are from AliExpress, and I actually did these in a haul that I did, I think, last week or the week before. So I tried those out, and they're lots of fun. They cut really well. And then a couple of dies from Impression Obsession, which I've had for a little while. This one I got more recently. It's a little sewing machine, and it's got some embossing in it. So this is a fun one to use, and that's the one that I used on the front of the card, as you can see here. So there's that. So I cut those out and put them in this little tray in some different colors, along with the buttons. And then this Impression Obsession scissor set. These are just a little bit bigger, so that will be fun to use. Set those 2 aside. And those are in here. Got a couple of those cut out. And then this one also is from Impression Obsession, and it's a little pin cushion with some flowers and a little strawberry sharpening piece here, and some pins and little butterflies. Oh, are they butterflies or bows? Maybe they're bows. So yeah, so I've got those all cut out in this section over here. The little tomato pin cushion. I'll have to have some time to put those together. And then the other die, this one here, is from AliExpress, and it's a larger sewing machine. It has kind of a vintage look. And you know, my mother had a sewing machine similar to this when I was a very little girl. So it was kind of fun to find that, kind of nostalgic. Anyway, I cut some of those out and put them in this tray here. So when I have a few minutes, I can work on putting some of these together as time allows. So hopefully I'll have a chance to get to that soon, sometime soon. The other thing that I used was this package of Park Lane pastels. These are textured cardstock, and I've had these for a while. These are from Joann's, and they're all in soft pastel colors, obviously, but these colors went really well with the Sally's Quilt paper pack. So some great shades in there that coordinate. You know, the greens, the sagey green, the yellowy colors, and the coral pinks went really well with this. So that was great to coordinate with it. Okay, I think that's about it for today. So I hope you enjoyed my project, and we'll see you back again sometime soon. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.